So we'll start with data types in COBOL, how many we have. So these are the things I explained in last class. So to navigate on mainframe screen. So I will repeat like, I think most of you attended yesterday's class. So to navigate on mainframes, so we use these keys F3, F5, F7. So quickly recap that yesterday's thing. Just a second. So I'm sharing my screen again. So we use the software, this 3270, 3 and TN3270. This is the software which is called emulator. So using this software, this emulator, we connect to mainframe server. Okay, mainframe server located in some other place, like it can be on anywhere across the globe. So we have to connect to mainframe server and we have to work. So this is the mainframe login screen. So if you log in, so we have the L parts like how we have in normal computer. So how we have C drive, D drive, like that. On mainframe, we have logical partition, same way. We call simply L par. L par means logical partition. So we have three regions here, means three L parts, three partitions we have. So TSO means basic thing where we do, where we handle the data with files, database and all, okay. Okay, this is the area where we work, where we do 90% of our work, okay. So this is a screen. After you give your user ID, it will ask to enter password to connect to mainframe system. Okay, these are the mainframe screens. Okay, so if you are working in operation side or any other area other than like mainframe, so even business people, they would see like, so వాళ్ళు ఏదైనా రిక్వెస్ట్ ఇష్యూ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, some customer transaction miss అయింది, or there is some fraud transaction, so they will raise the request, they will raise complaint. So we need to trace that. So during that complaint, they will come across these screens and all. Okay. So these are the screens, mainframe screens. So these screens manam ISPF screens antam. Okay. So you can see the heading there, ISPF primary menu. Okay. So like normal computer law. So I will just compare again. So normal computer in home we use to store the data, personal data, files, photos, videos, whatever. Like same way, companies will use mainframe to store their business data, whether it is a business like insurance business or banking business or retail or manufacturing, whatever. So they to store their data, especially the companies in United States and UK, Germany, France, Netherlands. So I have friends who are working there, so who moved there, who went there, even European countries, Belgium, France, Germany, Netherlands, like that, Switzerland. So I have friends all there. Like, so there are the projects, there are the companies. Those companies are still running on mainframe. All huge companies, okay, large companies. So like that, they have their business data on mainframes, and so we connected to that mainframe server, and we do our work, daily work. Okay. So this is the mainframe screen. Then before. So yesterday I just explained types of data sets. We have PS dataset and PDS dataset. Okay. So PS dataset, let me share that screen again. So these are the skill set. This is the skill set of mainframe. We use COBOL program for coding to code the business logic. Okay, so business terms. So manam manual what we say in business in words. So those words are kuda programmable. We implement those words in program. Okay, conditions. So and so. So I want to give hikes to the employees who worked like without taking leave, like that. So I want to give hikes like whose salary is less than 50,000 per month. I want to give them 30% hike. So ఇవన్నీ ఎలా జరుగుతాయి? We don't manually we don't do this like calculation, and we don't deposit in bank by getting the employee list in hand. So these all things will be done in program. So this program, so that it's like COBOL program. So it's, I'm just saying an example in real time data. So whatever transactions, customer data, like if it is insurance company, so policy holder, they have to pay the every month premiums. సో వాళ్ళకి ప్రీమియం ఎంత కట్టాలి ఏంటి అనే మెసేజెస్ పంపించడం ఆర్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ పంపించడం, ఆ డేటా మొత్తం దట్ యూజువల్లీ ఎస్పెషల్లీ ద కంపెనీస్ విచ్ ఆర్ ఇన్ యుఎస్ అండ్ యూకే ఆర్ యూరోపియన్ కంట్రీస్, దే ఆర్ ఆన్ మెయిన్ ఫ్రేమ్. ద డేటా ఈజ్ ఆన్ మెయిన్ ఫ్రేమ్. సో the data will come from mainframe and that will go to the customer. So customer ka data వెళ్తుంది, మెసేజ్ వెళ్తుంది, email వెళ్తుంది. So this is the amount you have to pay. Okay, they will pay that amount, and that their database, so their account, that policy number will be upgraded with that payment, like that. Okay, so that kind of processing, that kind of data we have in mainframe, and for these conditions and all, we use COBOL programming, conditional processing, receiving data and updating database, like that. So we'll start with COBOL. Okay, so skill set, we have these many components on mainframe. So COBOL is, we use this for programming. Okay, conditions, it is like C language. So I'm just comparing it to language, any language. It is like any language, basic language, C language, or it is not like Java. ఇందులో మనకు మెథడ్స్ ఇట్లాంటివి ఉండవు. We don't have oops concept also. It is like plain language, simple language, which is like basic. Who are just starting learning computer, they can understand this language. That is the kind of language. Okay, so we are starting with COBOL. We write the program and then we'll run the program using JCL. JCL is like a tool which is used to pass the data to this program. The program ki manam data pass cheyalante, we can pass from JCL files input ఇవ్వడం గానీ లేదా టెంపరరీ డేటా ఇన్పుట్ ఇవ్వడం కానీ. సో we give the data from JCL and we pass the data to program. So program will take the data and will give us the output. So data pass చేస్తాం, and also we use this JCL to execute the COBOL program, what we coded. Okay, so we'll start with the data types what we have in COBOL. Okay, so before that, I was just yesterday I explained PS and PDS files, right? We'll just repeat that and then we'll start a new program, how it looks like. So these are the, so like on personal computer, how we have different files. So we have Excel file undi, that is enough, right? So why we have Word document, why we have PowerPoint? So there, each one have their unique advantage. Notepad endukundi and it has their own advantage. So that's why we have different files on mainframe also. Okay, so yeah, the mainframe, it use operating system, Z operating system, like I explained earlier. So normal computer we use Windows operating system, right? So like that, on mainframe we use Z operating system. Okay, letter Z, we just call ZOS. You can see in your resumes, we just keep ZOS. Okay, this is the product of IBM. So they use ZOS. IBM is ZOS is IBM software. Okay, so that is used on mainframes, mainframe computers. Okay, so this is the product of IBM. Many of the companies, they took mainframe and they are running on mainframe. కొన్ని companies, they bought the mainframe permanently from IBM. సో వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే ఒకేసారి బల్క్ దే జస్ట్ బాట్ దట్ మెయిన్ ఫ్రేమ్ కంప్లీట్ లైసెన్స్. సో వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ దే నో నీడ్ టు పే ద రెంట్ టు IBM. ఓకే, సమ్ కంపెనీస్ they will pay the charge. Can you all able to see my screen, mainframe screen, or not? Is there any issue? కనిపిస్తుందా mainframe screen? Okay, Okay, good to hear. So you can stop me anywhere if you have any doubts. Okay, there is no issue. We can go slowly. If you don't understanding, I will repeat. So what I'm saying, so mainframe, so IBM charge the mainframe. So manam Windows software, Windows OS manam license కొనుక్కోవాలంటే we have to pay like 4,000, 5,000 like this. Like that. Windows Office కూడా మనం official office, Windows Office software కొనుక్కోవాలంటే we have to pay to the Microsoft. Same way IBM వాళ్ళ product mainframe అనేది. To use mainframe computer, all the companies who are using mainframe, they have to pay the charge to IBM. Okay. So software industry, in software industry, if you take, so 50% of the products are from Microsoft mostly, like 50%. So I cannot say 50%, 40% from Microsoft. So 40% will be from IBM products, complete software industry. So other 10%, like 10-20% will be from some other companies. Okay? Like that, they have lots of products. So one of the product is mainframe, IBM product. Okay. So IBM is service-based company, and also it is a product-based company. I mean, they have their own softwares. So it is mainframe is one of their core business, core వాళ్ళకి income source ఏంటంటే IBM వాళ్ళకి mainframe. Okay, as there is no alternate, so no other companies can process the data like how mainframe system will process. Okay, it will process crores of records in fraction of seconds. Okay, so per day $1 trillion transaction will happen on mainframe. $1 trillion business transaction. Okay, so PS dataset. So we were discussing about PS dataset. I just explaining mainframe license, how the companies will pay to IBM. So కొన్ని companies ఏంటంటే instead of paying every year, IBM charge in crores for the companies for using mainframe software. Okay. So a lot of companies like which are old, like 100 years old, like so they bought the mainframe completely, paying that on request basis like every year. So I heard like I worked for John Deere and I worked for some other clients like HSBC. I worked for HSBC. So they bought the software. So when they have some core issue and the developers, they bought the software. They are using mainframe developers. Developers and manam, okay, who develop programs or anything using mainframe software. Okay, mainframe computer paina program రాసే వాళ్ళని we call it as mainframe developers. Like Java రాసే వాళ్ళని we call Java developers. Okay, like that. So they hire mainframe developers and they implement their business logic in COBOL language. Okay. So ఏదైనా core technical ఏదైనా issue, infrastructure level issue వస్తే they will again go to IBM. IBM request raise చేస్తారు, ticket raise చేస్తారు. So IBM people will come into picture and they will resolve. So at the end, infrastructure issue ఏమైనా వస్తే. So otherwise, most of the companies they bought the completely and they are owning that. So that's why they are if they until they don't find another product, like another software product, like how mainframe is stable. So if a particular bank hack in the some customers accounts like amount పోయింది ఇట్లాంటి, like so OTP hacking that is different, but direct bank hack చేసిన histories ఇట్లాంటి, so you never see. So that is the advantage, that's high, that's much secured mainframe, so that much reliability and that much availability means at a time. So a number of people can access the database mainframe on mainframe. Okay. So you can access from internet banking, you can access from ATM machines or anywhere like that. So it will be like I explained. So 70% of business data in the world, it is on mainframe till today. Okay. In business, it is not like I explained. It is not like the Facebook data or something personal data. It is the business data. It is 70% still on mainframe till today. There is no alternate as of now. So even the companies, they can go for some other small proportion. They will move to some Java applications or SAP, but they don't have their own database. They have to depend on mainframe database, that is DB2 or IMSDB. Okay. And so let's go to the programming. So I'm just repeating that. So just to, okay. So is my voice not clear for all? Is it for only one or two? వినిపిస్తుంది అందరు క్లియర్ గా? హలో.
ఓకే.
వినిపిస్తుంది. Okay. Yeah, I just saw a message. I thought it's for all or only for one. Okay. So yeah, let's go into coding. So how we code the program and mainframes computer using global language. Okay. So before going to the coding, so in any language, if you are learning a computer, so initially what the people tell, what is the data types. So those things we can discuss instead of jumping into program directly. Like yesterday I shown, I just as example. So don't scare by looking that directly. So these are the date file types. So on mainframe, one of two data types. So files, we can say files, but on mainframe terminology, we call it as data sets. Data sets, they contain data. Okay, it can be business data, or it can be programs or anything. A PS is one data set. So we call it as PS file. Okay, PS stands for physical sequential data set. So everyday transactions companies will get in PS files from the customers or from the vendors. So a company undante vallaku not only customer, they have different vendors. So bank to bank, yesterday I told like oka bank nunchi inko bank kuda files veltuntayi. So settlement jarugutuntayi, and so insurance companies are like different vendors. They do the payment to some logistics. They do payment to some vendors, like that. All the data transaction will go on files. So for that, for carrying the data in mainframe, we use PS files. Okay, they carry data. So they look like Excel sheets. You can compare with Excel sheet, but the volume is huge. So they will have crores of records, lakhs of records. Okay, based on that business, that domain, like the purpose. Sorry, so the purpose what we are using, so that will decide the amount of data. Okay, if you take SBI or any you can say any bank like HSBC bank or anything, so daily they have the employees, sorry, not employees, customers all over the world. So they do transaction every day. So their transaction data, the person who is transferring, and what is the amount, that transaction time, date, receiving customer, receiving that is all data. Okay, that every record, for every transaction, one record will be created. Our records are one kuda. So that will be carried out in the files. Okay, in case of that kind of data, will be like crores of records. So every day. So like that, for data carrying, we use PS data sets. Okay, PS data sets, or you can say, so it is file log untadi kabatti, we just call it as PS file. Also we can use that term. Okay, then we have PDS. PDS stands for partition data set. So it look like, you can imagine this like a folder in our normal computer. A folder untadi, folder lo file untadi, like that. Okay, so we call it as library. The folder name we just called as PDS library. PDS stands for partition data set. So you will see once we start coding and all, you will remember these things easily. Okay, let's start. Let's discuss about the data types on mainframe. Okay, yesterday I just explained these function keys, how we navigate on mainframe. We use function keys F3. If you press F3, you will go back to next previous screen. If you press F5, you can find the word. If you are finding some word, you can use F command, find space some word. You can press F5 to keep finding. So page up means F7, page down F8. So we don't have scroll up, scroll down, like cursor, mouse will not use here. Okay, page up, page down. So we have F8, F7, F8, and left, right. If you want to move left side, right side, you have to use F10, F11 button keyboard. Okay, we use completely keyboard. Okay, we don't use, we just to place the cursor, we use mouse, just to place the cursor. Other than that, we don't use mouse. Okay, so These are the basic commands I explained yesterday. So you will remember this while practicing also. So we'll go to that later. Then we'll see the data types, what we have. Before that, we'll explain the coding structure. So the coding structure in COBOL language, so it is a structured language. So if you see the features of COBOL language, so it is a structured language. I mean, okay, I think the internet is giving, okay. Yeah, I think internet is not good here due to some issue. Let me check. Okay, I'm just checking that internet. Okay, so yeah, can you guys able to hear me clearly now? Is it still breaking? So F9 button we use to swap between screens. ఒక screen నుంచి ఇంకో screen కి వెళ్ళాలంటే F9 press చేస్తాం. Like in TV, you can see a remote. If you have swap button, right? ఒక ఛానల్ నుంచి ఇంకో ఛానల్కి వెళ్ళడానికి. Same way we use F9 here to swap between screens. So in mainframe screens ఉంటాయి. Okay, we have these screens. Okay, so if you give start here, it will open new screen. So you can see here only one screen. The screen name will be like this. So if you give start here, and if you start command, press enter, you will see another screen. Okay, this is another. We have two screens here. At the bottom, you can see screen, two screens, two screens. So if I open this 3.4, if I press F9, so I'm swapping. I'm switching between screens. Okay, F9. F9 we use for this purpose. Okay, so can you all able to hear me clearly, or still you are facing issue? Otherwise, I will cancel today's class and will.
అన్న మిడిల్ లో కట్ అవుతుంది, బాగానే వస్తుంది కానీ ఒక్కొక్కసారి అట్లా స్టక్ అవుతుంది.
Okay.
బాగానే క్లారిటీగానే ఉంది.
Yeah, internet issue not something is not good. Okay, is it clear now?
ఇప్పుడు మంచిగా వస్తుందా? కొంచెం మధ్యలోనే బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది వాయిస్. నాకు ఎప్పుడు వినబడట్లేదు, వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుంది.
Yeah, I'm getting pop-up like internet is not stable.
Okay.
Okay, I will keep repeating these sessions even for 1 or 2 days as it is beginning. Okay, and I see in the group we have 60 members only. I see 10 people are joining. I don't know what about others. So it's like least count I can say. So far I have seen like about 20 plus members. So even so just repeating as new people are joining. Okay, I will explain, we'll repeat again, don't worry. Okay, if you don't understand anything, you can ping in WhatsApp group. I will explain that again next class.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see coding structure. So what is the structure of COBOL program? Okay, so if you see this, so this is the structure of COBOL program. Okay, so in a program we have divisions. Okay, under division, like if you see, you can compare with normal thing. If you see district, in the district we have district lo mandalalu untai, mandalalo urlu untai, itla urలలో something areas untai, aa type we have in COBOL and just comparing with general thing. Okay. So divisions low we have sections, under sections we have paragraphs, so under paragraphs we have sentence, under sentence we have statement. Okay, like that we have. So divisions ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి, sections ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి, so paragraphs ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి, so these are limited. So divisions total we have 4 divisions. So a division దేనికి అనేది we just you will come to know and later. So under divisions we have sections, ఒక division లో ఒక section ఉంటుంది. We have like maximum 1 2 3 4 5 sections we have total. So 4 divisions we have, 5 sections we have. In 4 divisions లో 5 sections ఉంటాయి. Okay, so 2 sections ఒక division లో ఉంటాయి, 3 sections ఇంకో division లో ఉంటాయి. That's it. And paragraph అంటే it is like user defined, మనం రాసే paragraphs. So as per requirement, so మనం ఎన్ని paragraphs అని పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. Just it is like label, heading లాగా. Okay, paragraph is like heading, just keep. So this is the process, that heading we keep there under that code. Okay, so under paragraph we have sentence is optional. So sentence we can call it as sentence or statement. Okay, so paragraph lo we can write statement ante move A to B, add A plus B, or compute C equal to A plus B, something. So these are all not mandatory to write. So yesterday I showed simple program. There we don't have all 4 divisions. We didn't use all 5 sections. So అన్ని యూజ్ చేయం మనం, ఎప్పుడు ఏది అవసరం ఉంటేనే పర్పస్ వస్తేనే ఆ డివిజన్ ఆ సెక్షన్స్ వాడతాం. ఓకే, సో విల్ సో like this, you can imagine divisions. Under divisions we have sections. So I will share the material after this class today. If you read that, you will understand even better. I mean, after the class. So divisions, under divisions we have sections low we have paragraphs, and then we have sentences or statements. Okay, so finally we just have the keywords. So move, display, if condition, when, like this English words ఉంటాయి. Those are like COBOL verbs or words ఉంటాయి. Okay, so you can see in this example, you can see just we are using identification division, one division we are using, and we are using procedure division. In line number 6 we are using identification division. So identification division ante enti, that you can understand by the meaning itself. It is like identity card. So a person have identity card. What is identity card? What will have? So person name enti, blood group enti, లేకపోతే అతను phone number enti, something like that. ఈ program యొక్క identification. ఈ program ఎవరైనా ఈ program చూస్తే they have to understand what is this program, who has written this program, when they written the program. So this information it will have identification division. Okay, so this will not do any execution, just it will have identifiable information. Okay, program ID, program name. Here program name is hello world. Okay, so like that, this is one division we have. On row number 8 you can see data division. Data division ante the meaning data ante enti. So like I said example, so a customer did transaction, the data, customer account number, customer name, the transaction amount, date, time, receiving customer, account number, name, ఇదంతా ఏంటి డేటా, రైట్? సో ఆ డేటాని మనం రీడ్ చేయడానికి వీ నీడ్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఇన్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్. సో డేటాని మనం డైరెక్ట్ ఎట్లా రీడ్ చేస్తాం? సో ఇన్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ like a simple mathematical formula, we do C equal to A plus B. Okay, here C equal to A plus B. So C, A, B, these three we call it as variables, right, in maths. So variables, those variables we define under data division. Okay, data division lo ఆ వేరియబుల్స్ డేటాని క్యారీ చేస్తాయి కాబట్టి we define those variables. That means we define variables to carry data under data division. Okay, so our data division lo we have sections like file section. If data మనం ఫైల్ PS ఫైల్ నుంచి డేటా రీడ్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఆ ఫైల్ కి సంబంధించిన వేరియబుల్స్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ గెటింగ్ డేటా ఫ్రమ్ a bank file. So bank, the customer, bank name, that bank ID, bank IFSC code. So ఇవన్నీ ఏంటి, బ్యాంక్ నేమ్, బ్యాంక్ ఐడి, ఐఎఫ్ఎస్ కోడ్, ఇవన్నీ వేరియబుల్స్. సో బ్యాంక్ నేమ్ కెన్ బి డేటా అనేది ఏముంటుంది, బ్యాంక్ నేమ్ అంటే డేటా కెన్ బి హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి, ఎస్బిఐ, యాక్సిస్ ఆర్ హెచ్ఎస్బిసి ఆర్ ఎనీథింగ్. దిస్ ఇస్ డేటా. సో ఫైల్ నుంచి మనం రీడ్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఫైల్ సంబంధించిన వేరియబుల్స్ అన్ని కూడా ఫైల్ సెక్షన్ లో డిఫైన్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, అండర్ డేటా డివిజన్. సో temporary variables ఏమైనా ఉంటే we define under working storage section. So నేను చెప్పాను కదా, under divisions we have sections. So in data division we have two sections, three sections total: file section, working storage section, and linkage section. So external data ఏదైనా ఉంటే we call external data, we receive external data under linkage section. So link between this program to external program or external JCL, like that. So linkage section అని ఇంకోటి ఉంటుంది. So three sections we have under data division. This data division is only used for variable declaration. Okay, మనం వాటి variables అన్ని ABC variables or whatever variables we define under data division. Okay, identification division is just to mention identifiable information. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏంటి, ఎవరు రాశారు, ఎప్పుడు రాశారు, అంటే జస్ట్ ఏ టైప్ కంపైల్ అయింది, జస్ట్ డేట్ ఉంటుంది, కంపైల్ డేట్, రిటర్న్ డేట్ అట్లా ఉంటుంది. So data division, this here we declare the variables. Next we have procedure division. Procedure division means it is like main areas. So under this, so under identification division you don't have any sections ఏమి ఉండవు identification division లో. Okay, direct ఎవరు రాశారు ఏంటి ఇదే ఉంటుంది. So data division only we have three sections, and in procedure division also we do not have any section, direct we write the code. So paragraphs ఉంటాయి, user different paragraphs అంటే చెప్పాను కదా, like heading. So ఈ code అనేది, so here you can see this display hello world అనేది ఉంది statement. So that is called statement. అది execute away statement. Okay, all executable information, executable code. So actual execution అనేది, program execution అనేది procedure division దగ్గర స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. Okay, if you compare to other language, so like main, void main ఉంటుంది కదా, C language, like that procedure division here. Okay, so data division for variable declaration, procedure division for it is for actual execution. Okay, so here we don't have any section, we just have user defined paragraphs, like label of label లా ఉంటుంది, label కింద some దానికి సంబంధించిన కోడ్ మనం మెన్షన్ చేస్తాం. Okay, so this is structure of the program. We will so just go through the material after the class, so then you will get some picture. Okay, so I just explain these four divisions. We have identification division. So program identifiable information ఉంటుంది దీంట్లో, program name, author ఎవరు రాశారు, ఎప్పుడు రాశారు, డేట్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. So these are optional, these are, we don't need to mention these all things. Only this program ID, program కు ఒక ID ఉంటుంది, just we give the program name. This is only mandatory in identification division. So rest all optional, we don't need to give. Okay, this is, so every program should have some program ID. So a program ఏంటి, program name ఉండాలి కదా. If someone come or the program itself, the computer itself should understand what is this program. That's why we just give program ID here. Okay, this can be user defined, so you can give any name here. You can give first program, or this is what just program name. Okay, so I'm giving just PGM1. Okay, program 1. Then we have environment division. This I didn't show that in that slide. So environment division ante, so you can say environment means environment enti. So you can, here we have to mention computer. So a computer పైన ఏ program మనం run చేయబోతున్నాం. These are IBM computers, right? So IBM mainframes we call it as IBM product. So IBM machine model, a server, mainframe server ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో ఆ IBM IA machine, like that. By default you will get this, we don't code these things. Okay, just for information, if anybody want, they can code this. So source computer means where we are writing code. So IBM machine model, IBM 321 something. Object computer means where we are compiling. Compilation ante మనం రాసిన కోడ్ ని మిషన్ కి అర్థమయ్యేటట్టు మార్చడం. ఓకే, దట్స్ కంపైలేషన్ ప్రాసెస్. సో ఎక్కడ కంపైల్ చేస్తున్నాం, సో దట్ IBM మోడల్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఆప్షనల్ హియర్, యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు యూస్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ డివిజన్. ఓకే, okay, only when we are using. Sorry, anyone has any question? Okay, so yeah, if you have any question, just let me know. Ping in chat if you can ask. If there is any disturbance from your end. Okay. So like structure. So So complete program divided into these 4 divisions. Okay. So division, data identification division, environment divisions. So ఎక్కడ రాస్తున్నాం మనం ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏ కంప్యూటర్ పైన రాస్తున్నాం ఆ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ డీటెయిల్స్ మనం మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. అండ్ ఫైల్స్ ఇన్పుట్ ఫైల్స్ అవుట్పుట్ ఫైల్స్ ఏమైనా ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఉంటే ఆ ఫైల్స్ కూడా మనం మెన్షన్ చేస్తాం. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి ఇన్పుట్ ఫైల్ ఏంటి, అవుట్పుట్ ఫైల్ ఏంటి, దట్ ఆల్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ related information we mention under environment division. Okay, then we have data division. So data division, this is for only variable declaration. Okay, whatever variable we use in procedure division, so manam use chese prati variable we have to declare that. Before using any variable we have to declare that variable, declare or define. So that declaration we do under data division. Okay. Okay, so hope you are able to hear me clearly now. వినిపిస్తుందా క్లియర్ గా అందరికి?
ఓకే అన్న.
Okay, so for example, I'm doing some operation. So actual execution అనేది procedure division లో జరుగుతుంది. Okay, so I want to compute. So computing, I want to compute C equal to A plus B. Okay, so ఇక్కడ ఏంటి C అనేది A plus B compute C వాల్యూ వస్తాయి. These are variables. Okay, ఈ వేరియబుల్స్ అనేది బిఫోర్ యూజింగ్ హియర్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డిక్లేర్ ద వేరియబుల్స్. ఇక్కడ డేటా డివిజన్ లో ఈ వేరియబుల్స్ అనేవి డేటాని క్యారీ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తాం కదా మనం. A equal 20 కానీ B equal 30. సో దట్ ఈస్ డేటా. ఓకే, సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు డిక్లేర్ దెమ్ అండర్ డేటా డివిజన్. సో ఫర్ డిక్లరేషన్ we don't directly declare that variable and so data type like that we don't declare here. So we use level numbers here. Level numbers అంటే so type of data. So ఇది ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ ఉందనుకోండి. సో ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ అనేది or name is a variable. Okay, let's assume, or we'll tell about level numbers in next class. Okay, so we use level numbers to declare the variables. Okay, level numbers we have 0, 1 to 49. Okay, so these level numbers we have to mention by declaring any variable. Okay, 0, 1 is basic, like starting level number. So here I have to mention the variable name, and I have to mention pick, means it will pick the value. Okay, pick. So data type, so what kind of data I want to pick? I want to pick numeric data. So numeric I will represent with 9, number 9 under numeric. So I want to pick 2 byte data, I mean 2 digits. So like I said, everything in mainframe we calculate in bytes. So 1 byte ante it like it will, so by default 1 byte ante 8 bits. So we don't go to bit level, we just treat everything in byte level. So okay, 1 byte is used to store 1 digit or 1 character or any symbol. Okay, so if you see this A pick 9 of 2, so it will, so this is the length, size, you can say size of the data. So we can read 2 byte data and then 2 digits we can see, we can store. So if you want to assign the value here itself and the data ikkade meer assign cheyalante, you can use value word. Okay, if you want to pass data from file from JCL like that, then that time you don't need to give value here. It will get data from there. This variable get data from there. So as we start with this value, so simple programs. Okay, so value 20. So A will get the value 20. So this is a data type. 9 will represent data type. The 20 and so 9 about numeric. Okay, so you can see here the data types I am explained. COBOL data types. Okay, so we have 3 data types: so numeric, alphabetic, alphanumeric. Okay, numeric under 9 numbers. So we represent numeric data types using number 9. Okay, these data types these variables are the data type. It is used to store only numeric data. Numeric data content is 0 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 9. So it is like other than ABC. Okay, and alphabetic data types. This is to represent this data type we use A. Okay, A represent on alphabetic data types. It can accept only alphabetic data. Alphabetic data and A to Z. Okay, numeric data means 0 to 9. It can store only those numbers only, numeric. So another variable and another data type. So data on it, data types. So if you see example, what I explained, like So customer transaction. So transaction చేసిన దాంట్లో you can see customer name. Customer name అనేది ఏంటిది? It is like alphabets ఉంటాయి. So name can be Krishna, KRSH, and event letters. So to store customer data, to define customer name, we should use alphabetic data type A, or we can use X also. X అనేది ఏంటంటే it is alphanumeric. It is combination of, it can store any data, alphabets or numerics, okay, or it can store any symbols also. So if you see amount field ఉందనుకోండి, amount field మనకి ఎట్లా కనిపిస్తుంది? రూపీ సింబల్ వస్తుంది, రూపీ సింబల్ వచ్చి ఆర్ యూఎస్ డాలర్ అయితే డాలర్ సింబల్ వస్తుంది. సో ఆ సింబల్ కూడా మీరు స్టోర్ చేయొచ్చు. ఫర్ దట్ వీ కెన్ యూస్ ఆల్ఫా న్యూమరిక్ డేటా టైప్. సో దిస్ data type we represent with X. Okay, so here we mention the data type. Okay, so we mostly use numeric 9, and instead of this alphabetic we use alphanumeric. We don't use this alphabetic specially. A అనేది మనం ఎక్కువ వాడడం. So alphanumeric, it covers both alphabetics. Okay, can store anything including symbols. Okay, anything means alphabetic data like A to Z. A to Z we can store in these variables, and we can store numbers also, 0 to 9 we can store. Okay, and along with that we can also store symbols, any symbol, plus minus, dollar, or rupee symbol, anything you can store in these data types. Okay, so ఇది వేరియబుల్. ఈ వేరియబుల్ అనేది ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా ఇది క్యారీ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, హియర్ ఏ ఈజ్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ కంప్యూటేషన్. సో ఏ అనేది నంబర్, ఐ వాంట్ ఏ టు క్యారీ నంబర్, దట్స్ వై ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ 9 హియర్ న్యూమరిక్ డేటా. 20 అనేది న్యూమరిక్ నంబర్ కదా. ఓకే, దట్స్ వై. అండ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు గివ్ బి ఆల్సో, ఐ వాంట్ టు యూజ్ దిస్ టు క్యారీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ వాంట్ టు క్యారీ ఓన్లీ 1 byte in B. సో 1 byte అంటే it can accept only 1 byte. So maximum it can accept 1 or 2 or 3 like that. It can accept maximum 9. It cannot accept 10 and 2 bytes out. Okay, so that's why, so that is the purpose of this. Inside bracket we mention the length. This is length of data. ఈ డేటా మనం ఇచ్చే డేటా అనేది ఎంత లెంత్ డేటా ఇది యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తుంది ఇక్కడ ముందే ఇస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో ఇఫ్ ఐ కోడ్ 1, ఐ షుడ్ గివ్ ఓన్లీ 1 byte, సింగిల్ డిజిట్ మాత్రమే ఇవ్వాలి. Like that. And C also variable. C అనేది ఏంటి? So it is also variable. So I want to store, so sum చేసినప్పుడు, so maybe 3 type. If I use huge number, it can go to 3 bytes also, but 2 bytes are enough. I am using 2 and 1 కదా, 20 plus 9 and maximum. So maximum here you can store 99. So 100 you cannot store here. Okay, to store 100 you have to increase the size here. 9 of 3 ఇవ్వాలి ఇక్కడ, 3 digits. 100 means 3 digits కదా. So 1 2 3. So like that, the size will be mentioned in bracket here, data type and size. So maximum we can code this 99 like this. So I'm just giving 20, and I'm just giving from 5, 1 digit 5. And for C I'm not giving any value. C is the output, right? So I'm not giving any value here. So when I run this program, it will compute C. Okay, before using any variable, what do we have to do? So variable అనేది ముందు మనం డిక్లేర్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ డేటా డివిజన్ లో వేరియబుల్ డిక్లేర్ చేయాలి. అదర్వైజ్ సిస్టమ్ విల్ నాట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఈ సి ఏంటి, ఏ ఏంటి, బి ఏంటి, దానికి అర్థం కాదు. ఓకే, బిఫోర్ కమింగ్ ఇన్ టు ప్రొసీజర్ డివిజన్, యాక్చువల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్, వీ షుడ్ టెల్ ద సిస్టమ్ దిస్. ఓకే, ఏ అనేది న్యూమరిక్ డేటా టైప్, న్యూమరిక్ వేరియబుల్. ఈ వేరియబుల్ can accept 2 byte data, 2 byte digits, 2 digits it can accept. Okay, 20, 55 like that. So B అనేది numeric variable. This variable can accept 1 digit value. Okay, 5. I'm giving 5 here. So C అనేది, it is also numeric data type. It can store or accept 2 digits. Okay, like that I have to tell the computer. Before using this, we have to declare the variables here. Okay, that is the purpose of declaration, variable declaration. So we have to use these level numbers. So purpose of this level numbers, if you see, if you want to know, I will show you an example. Okay, here itself. So for example, I have a name like employee, customer name I have. Okay, customer, this is also variable. Okay, for simplicity I just explained it with A, B, C variables. Okay, for real time you have the names like this variable. This is a variable. Okay, customer name. Okay, customer name, it will have, so alpha, okay, I will use, so A we don't use in general. We can use for alphabetic, also we use alphanumeric data type, X we use, okay. Customer name 10 bytes. So customer name, it is 10 bytes. So out of 10 bytes, I want to have like first name. So like I said, you can use 0, 1 to 49 level numbers. Okay. So under 0, 1, I am using 0, 2. A sub level. 0, 1 and a group level. 0, 2 is sub level. Okay. Here I will use first name, customer first name. Okay. This can be variable, customer first name. The variables even name user defined. Manamiche names. You can give any name. Here I will simply give you first name. First hyphen name. Okay, this is a variable where it can so syntax will be variable name, sorry, level number, then variable name, then picture. We call it as picture class. Okay, picture, it will pick the value what we mentioned here. Then data type, then in bracket length we give. If value you want to give, you have to give the value and the values word here, value class we can say, value word and then word transform, then we give the data. So same way structure we have to follow. This is level number, this is variable, after level number variable. So I will just write that. So level number, order will be level number, then variable, then picture class, then we give data type, in bracket we give length of data, so, or size of data. So 2 byte length, 2 byte data here I am giving. So it is 2 byte will tell length of data, or you can see size of data, and you can use this both words. Okay, data type, length of data, and value. If required value we can give, and here if it is number we can give the actual value we give. Okay, this is value just class word ikkada, actual value anedi ikkada istamam. Okay, so actual value nothing but number aithe 20 and direct istam. Okay, if it is like alphabets name ankondi, we have to put that in quotes. So name like Krishna, if it is, if I am giving some alphabetic value, quotes ivali ikkada, value anedi quotes ivali. So this is a structure, just remember this structure. And so if you see the use of this level number, so this is the example will help you. Okay, so customer name అనేది group level, ఇందులో first name ఉంటుంది, middle name ఉంటుంది, last name ఉంటుంది, or you can say 2 names ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి, first name. So customer name, level number, data type. So level, we have level number, variable name, and we have to give picture class pic. We have to give data type X alphanumeric and length of this data. It can hold 10 bytes. Okay, so first name under custom full name, customer name, or I can use the name as full name. Okay, so okay, let's continue the same. Okay, customer name anedi dantlo first name anedi. So here also again same level number, variable name, this is a variable. Okay, so real time we have variable names like that, we don't have like ABC la undam. Okay, while learning, just I am giving that example like this. So we don't have mathematics like I'm saying A plus B just cheptunnante, but we don't have mathematics like that. It is complete business words lane untayi. So first name, so I'm giving picture class, then first name I want to give 5 bytes. Total full name, full customer name lo 10 bytes lo first name 5 bytes. Then I want to give second name. So ee rendu same level annattu, first name, second name, same level. On top of this level number we have 01 level. 01 level anedi group variable. So this is the group variable. Under this group we have sub variables, first name, then I will quote second name. So it is also I am taking as 5 bytes. Okay, so this is the purpose of this level numbers. Okay, just to segregate this. So total the length of this first name and second name 5 plus 5 should match with the group level variable. Okay, 10. If you display this value, it will display both the first name and second name, or you can display first name over itself directly. So like that is the purpose we just use level numbers here. You will understand once I execute the program and if you see the output, okay. I will execute and will explain. So what is the time now? I'm not able to see the screen. Okay, so let's execute a simple program where you can understand level numbers and easily. Okay, so I'm logging into mainframe again. So any doubts so far from anyone?
మురళి సార్,
Yeah.
మీరు స్టార్టింగ్ చెప్పినప్పుడు కొంచెం వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అయినప్పుడు కొంచెం అది అర్థం కాలేదు. అది మీరు అంటే వీళ్ళందరూ పార్టిసిపేట్ అందరూ యాడ్ కాలేదన్నారు కదా, అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి అది ఫస్ట్ అయితే ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేయండి మళ్ళీ.
Okay.
నో డౌట్.
Yeah, it will be repeated, keep on repeated. So yeah, you can stop anywhere. So particularly ఈ టాపిక్ అర్థం కావాలంటే I will repeat that. So just keep watching. I mean మీకు ఈ టాపిక్ అర్థం కావాలంటే చెప్తాను. ఆ టాపిక్ ఏదో జస్ట్ చూస్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకే.
ఓకే.
So I will write the new program. So to write the programs, like I said, we have two types of data sets we have. Okay. So I just shared that screen, this notes with you yesterday, right? So data sets, we have two types. This is the one I shared with you. So yeah. So in mainframe, we use JDOS operating system and we use ISPF screens. So as మీరు విండోస్ లాగిన్ అవ్వగానే మీకు ఎలా ఉంటాయో ఐకాన్స్ అవి ఎలా ఉంటాయో సేమ్ when we log into mainframe, you will have ISPF screens. Okay, ISPF screens means ఈ స్క్రీన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఈ స్క్రీన్స్ పైన మనం వర్క్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే. సో నార్మల్ విండోస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ దే హ్యావ్ దేర్ ఓన్ వే. సో కంట్రోల్ సి కంట్రోల్ వి కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేస్తాం. సో ఇక్కడ కూడా we do control copy paste, but that we use commands, complete commands వాడతాం. So to copy anything we use cut command, to paste we use paste command, like that. So screens to navigate. So on mainframe environment, so you will see only these ISPF screens. Okay, then so data set I just explained right. PS data set, PDS data set, two types ఉంటాయి. So PS data set, it can be assumed as PS అంటే PS file కూడా సింపుల్ గా ఫైల్ అంటాం. ఫైల్ అంటే ఏంటి? So if you see something like any apartment, if you see security, so they will maintain some file, they have data. Or any school, they will have some file. Like in a bank transactions, that will be unfiled. So like that, this is we can call it as file, PS file. We can compare this with Excel sheet in normal computer. We cannot compare, but just to see data structure ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే అలా మీరు కంపేర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Okay. It is huge. It can have crores of records, okay, which this Excel sheet cannot handle. So PDS data set అనేది, it is called as library. Okay. So if we use this PDS library to write the programs. Okay, programs మనం PDS data set క్రియేట్ చేసి దాంట్లో రాస్తాం. దీంట్లో రాసిన ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఈ PS data set ని ఇన్పుట్ గా తీసుకొని, or it will process that, it will read the records from PS files and process the data. Finally, it will create some output in again file out. ఒక ఫైల్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది PS file output లాగా. So you will understand while practicing going forward. Right now you may feel blank. Okay, so we create the files using ISPF option 3. Okay, here option 3 utilities we use to create the data sets, two data sets, PS or PDS. Here option 2 we select. Just select, give option 3, press enter, give option 2 here to go to data set creation. Creation means nothing but allocation. So we allocate the data set on mainframe. Okay. So here give A option, A for allocate new data set. Kotta data set create cheyalante. It can be PS or PDS. That categorization we mention in next step. Okay. Here in quotes, single quotes, you can go to this screen. Okay. So if you press home on your keyboard, cursor will move here. You can use tab, or you can use place the cursor. So cursor just place the but we cannot use single right click, left click away and okay. So here we name the dataset. We give the dataset name. The dataset name అనేది maximum it can be 44 characters. So this should be my login ID. So I logged in with this ID, login ID. Then I will use some name like Krishna, and then I'm using that library name. So COBOL. I want to write COBOL programs in this library. That's why I'm giving COBOL. Okay, COBOL PGMS. Or I will create LIB. Okay, library 1. I'll create. So if you press enter there, we'll get this screen. So on this screen, we assign the storage. And if the library key, we have to give some storage, right? So if you to store data, so our data ఎంత మెమరీ ఇవ్వాలి ఫైల్ కి, how much data it can handle అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేస్తాం. Okay, so we use the units here. You can see we use bytes. Bytes are least units. Okay, byte 1 byte like that. So we use KB, kilobyte, 1024 bytes, MB, and 1024 kilobytes like that. So while creating data sets, we never use these bytes. These are very small memory units. Okay, we don't use these while creating data sets. Okay, we use always tracks or cylinders. So one track it is like something like 1024 megabytes like that. Okay, tracks we just is a unit. Okay, measurement. మన గెట్లా phone లో memory 1 GB 2 GB file అనేది ఎలా ఉంటుంది, normal file, any file you can see on normal computer also you can see the size, right? A file size. So that 1 GB or 1 KB or 10 KB or 20 KB. Okay, like that. Here we have KB MB also, but in mainframe we don't use KB MB. So these are very small in mainframe. So we use always more than this. We use tracks, cylinders. Okay, these are the memory units we use. Other than this, you can give MB also, but we never use these words, these things. So just I'm giving tracks here, memory unit. So primary quantity initially, so quantity any tracks కావాలి. సో మీకు MB అనుకోండి ఫోన్లో నీకు ఎంత GB కావాలి, సో 2 GB కావాలి, 4 GB కావాలి, అట్లా ఫైల్ మనం ఎట్లా ఫైల్ ఇస్తున్నాం అన్నట్టు ఇక్కడ. సో ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్, ఐ వాంట్ టు అసైన్ 10 tracks ఫర్ దిస్ ఫైల్. ఈ ఫైల్ కి 10 tracks మెమరీ ఇస్తున్నాను. దిస్ ఇస్ ప్రైమరీ ఇనిషియల్లీ. ఓకే, దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ 10 tracks I want to assign 10 more tracks, or I want to assign 5 more tracks. So if use చేసుకున్న తర్వాత కూడా extra I'm giving secondary quantity. So quantity అనేది ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేస్తాం, ఎన్ని ట్రాక్స్ ఇవ్వాలి ఏంటి అనేది. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్. సో మనం దీంట్లో పెట్టబోయే డేటాను బట్టి ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఈ క్వాంటిటీ అనేది యూజ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో డైరెక్టరీ బ్లాక్స్ అంటే ఇట్ విల్, సో ఫర్ PDS లైబ్రరీ ఐఎమ్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఏ PDS లైబ్రరీ అంటే I told that it's like a library. You can imagine which normal library. So if you library normal college library, you can see it has like physics books, chemistry books, one place like that. So I am creating COBOL library. Means this library I used to write only COBOL programs. Okay, that's why we just give the blocks. So what is the blocks? So blocks will be, so PDS definition itself, PDS means partition data set. So block wise partitions ఉంటాయి. So in your room, how you have partitions like a shelf like that, we have blocks here. Okay, something is moving. Okay, so something is happened. Okay, so let me center again. Okay, let me come back again. So option 3 we give here. 2 to create data set, and A for allocate new data set here. So I will give here in quotes, I will give library name krishna.cobol.library1 I am creating. Okay, here we give the memory unit, primary quantity, secondary quantity, directory blocks. For PDS, it should be greater than 0. For PS file, flat file, we don't have any blocks. Complete records and okay, so we give 0 these directory blocks. So record format and date record length library మనం పెట్టబోయే record length అనేది fixed length variable length అని మనం ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేస్తాం record format. So FB means fixed block. Okay, these words initially you feel like new. So if you keep attending class, keep reading, you will remember this thing. Initially everything anyone will feel like that only. So record length మనం పెట్టబోయే record length అనేది ఎంత ఉంటుంది. So record length can be like file size. Size కాదు, it is like length. If you see normal file like I said employee file తీసుకోండి, employee name, employee phone number, employee salary, this is all like okay. If you see employee name 10 bytes, employee salary 10 bytes, like employee phone number 10 bytes again like that. So 30 bytes like that. Our length record length ఎంత అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ ఇస్తాం. Okay, for all PDS libraries we give 80 bytes record. This is fixed for all PDS libraries. So this block size is, it is like multiplication of record length 80 into 10. If we give 80 into 10, it will be like 800. So we just need to mention here 800. Okay, then here you have to mention dataset type. So a type of dataset create చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా, ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. So we don't use so this library and PDS both are same. We don't use other options here. So we just use PDS and PS. PDS means library. So I'm creating PDS library. Okay, dataset is created. So we'll simply end the session in 2 minutes. Just we'll show you some example of the level numbers what I explained. Okay, so I have created one library. Okay, in that library I code my program. Okay, so this is a library I created, library 1 I created, but it will take time if I code now. So what I will do, I will show you existing program here. So tomorrow we will code a new program. Okay, this is the program we have. Okay, so if you enter, so I am doing F3 means back was. Okay, so command I have view edit. If you want to edit, so browse view, just view. I'm just viewing. I don't want to change anything. So give here I highlight COBOL. Okay, it highlight COBOL keywords. Okay, so here I just have same example. Okay, a variable a b c, and I have full name. Under full name I have first name 5 bytes and second name. Under second name I have again second name lo part 1, part 2, part 3. So total of this length 2 to 1 5 bytes. 5 bytes and second name length out. Okay, and again this 5 bytes plus this 5 bytes, total 10 bytes. 10 bytes will be full name. Okay, this is the purpose of using level numbers. So full name lo first name, second name unne, second name lo only part 1, part 2, part 3 unne variables. Okay, so that's why we use these level numbers. So if you execute this program, you will see what will come in each variable. So full name lo em vastundi, second name lo em vastundi, part 1 lo em vastundi, part 2 lo em vastundi, part 3, and what will have the variable a, variable b. So this will, so I will explain, we can code the program again tomorrow. I will show you about the coding. So why we code the program like this. Okay, we'll explain in tomorrow's class, and then we can see what output will come if I execute this program. Okay. Okay, anyone has any question today? If I run this program, we will get output like this display, whatever this display we get. So if you want, we'll quickly run and but yesterday I showed you, right, one example. For the people who joined just today, we'll run one program. Okay, this is the JCL library. So COBOL programs, we have one COBOL library. For JCL is like a tool which is used to run the COBOL programs. So here we mention what program we need to run. So these all will be covered in just 1 month. Okay, so each topic will take like 1 week. Like that we can complete all these things. So these are basic, very easy. You just understand this, that you will not see any difference. Okay. I mean, we can understand this very easily. So I'm just submitting this program one. I already compiled in a program. Just I'm submitting here. So it is failing. So okay, maybe somebody changed the program. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll code the program, test program, and we'll execute and show you the output how we get. Okay. So anyone has any questions? So other than the program, how we code program, variable declaration and data set and just basic. So I will share the material which contain these things. Okay. You can go through that and you can ask me any questions in tomorrow's class. Okay. Thank you all for joining.
Okay, now, bye.
Yeah. Right. You can connect again.